Let's talk some Michigan recruiting. The Wolverines, man, did they have an exciting recruiting cycle this year in 2025. They finished, well, it's not quite done yet. Currently a top 10 class sitting at number 9 overall, but we all know Ty Haywood is still on the board, the 5-star from Denton, Texas. But in this video, we're here to talk about the instant impact players. I got national scout Cody Belair on this video. We're going to break down on offense and defense who is going to come from this class and make an instant impact at Michigan. But first, Wolverine fans, do me a favor real quick. Hit that subscribe button to the On3 Recruits channel. This is the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube, and we want you to be a part of it. All right, let's bring in Cody Belair. As I said, currently a top 10 class, could creep a little bit closer to a top 5 class when it's all said and done. But for the most part, the class is in the bag. So who do you like on offense and defense to come into Ann Arbor and make an instant impact?
Yeah, Josh, I think this should come as no surprise, but when you invest as much as you have into a player like 5-star plus quarterback Bryce Underwood, how is he not the player I choose for this? I mean, especially after the quarterback woes that Michigan saw last season, you have to imagine that this is Bryce Underwood's job to lose going into next year. Yeah. You know, Josh, this is a player that we've loved for a long time here at On3. He's been the #1 prospect in the country for us since our initial 2025 rankings were released. And it's easy to see why. He's continued to be that top prospect due to the arm talent, the mobility, his ability to drive the ball downfield and still throw with touch, and his ability to extend plays and create something out of nothing. I mean, Bryce Underwood just checks all the boxes. And get this, Josh, he doesn't turn 18 until August. He technically could still be a 2026 prospect, and we still expect him to take the reins at Michigan to start next season. And on the defensive side of the ball, the secondary for Michigan is going to be losing some key players next year with the likes of Will Johnson, Makari Page, Quentin Johnson, and Wesley Walker all moving on to the next level. But that's where On3 4-star Kainoa Winston comes in. And I'll be frank with you, Josh. Kainoa has some of the best film of any defensive back in the country in this 2025 cycle. His feel for the game and instincts allows him to fly all over the field making plays around the line of scrimmage and from sideline to sideline. And he's just a flat-out ball player. Charles Power, his comparison for him is Antoine Winfield Jr., and I think that is a slam dunk. Relatively undersized safety that's a 3-dimensional defender with excellent athleticism, ball skills, and violence. This kid's going to be a flat-out monster.
Yeah, count me in. I'm all about it. All right, so we got the instant impact players, but what about somebody on this Michigan commit list in 2025 that you think, maybe not in year 1, but is going to have a great career when it's all said and done?
Yeah, I'll take Andrew Babaloa for this, and here's why. Because there may not be a player in this Michigan class who has a higher ceiling than Andrew Babaloa. And yes, that does include Bryce Underwood in that statement. This is a prospect who grew up wanting to be a basketball player. He didn't even play varsity football until his junior year of high school. So he's new to lifting. He's new to the weight room. He's still learning the nuances of playing offensive tackle. And he's nearly 6'6", 300 pounds with 34-plus arms. And he moves like that, Josh. He's a dancing bear out there. So if he does get it together and can make things click, we're looking at a potentially special offensive tackle prospect playing up front for Sharon Moore and Michigan.
So many big wins for Michigan in this recruiting cycle. Michigan fans, talk to us. What do you think was the biggest win? I mean, it had to be Bryce Underwood, right? It had to be. But outside of Bryce Underwood, who do you think was the biggest recruiting win for Michigan in 2025? Let us know. Comment section below.